The growing hate for Gervonta "Tank" Davis continues as people begin to speculate and make up pay-per-view numbers for Gervonta Davis's last fight with pitbull Cruz. And I'm here to talk about that in this video. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Listen, I do not know how you found my video on YouTube, but somehow, some way you made it. Please help others find the content by throwing a like on the video. It's quick, painless, takes a couple seconds. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is lit. So much so that it comes with the territory, the haters. We got to talk about the hate. You see him with Durko. Lil Durk walked him out. LeBron James was in the house. Tank captured another win, stays undefeated, collects his paycheck, I'm sure. And it was just a fun spectacle, very fun event. Tank showed us that he could get it done in a variety of ways. He can knock your block off and knock you out. He can get injured and still prevail. And, he could box you as well if need be and pull it all together. And he dealt with the pressure. So this naturally comes with hate. When you're great, people are going to hate, or you're on your way to greatness, things like that. So people on boxing Twitter, of all places, imagine that, have come out. This guy, whoever this dude is, says, I'm hearing from a very reputable source that hashtag Davis Cruz sold under 100,000 pay-per-views. Curious to see how many Mayweather Heyman tells. Doesn't even make sense, but whatever. See, this is my thing with boxing, is getting to a very weird space where you got guys who are seemingly out of nowhere. They're not, he's saying I heard from a reputable source, but who is Cuz? Like, who is he? You see what I'm saying? Not only that, you're tweeting out something and it's supposed to be, this data that no one has, this clever intel, and you don't even take the time to do a spell check or make sure the tweet comes out to the point where it's legible and you can read it. You see what I'm saying? This says, hold on, let me try it again. I'm hearing from a very reputable source, Tank Davis versus Cruz sold under 100,000 pay-per-views. Curious to see how many Mayweather Heyman tells Mike Coppinger to tweet out. Oh, so he's saying, see how many views, pay-per-views it says. I'm going with 200 to 225,000 LOL. So first of all, let's look at it like this. If you're like, this is clearly a hateful tweet that somebody is just putting out there, right? And we'll get to the various reasons where I know that. Because if you're here, like, you have one job. Let's say you're a media personality and you want to inform the public. Then why don't you just put out the number that you were told? Like, oh, this fight did 100,000. What's this whole back half about ESPN Coppinger and 200,000 LOL? You see what I'm saying? Like, so either you're here to deliver news or to give a review. You know what I mean? And that's what's kind of happening in boxing. And how embarrassing. You have, obviously, this tweet came across the desk of Steven Espinoza, head of Showtime, and he says, LOL. It said it did almost that much in digital pay-per-view buys alone. The source may be reputable, but certainly not well informed nor accurate. Right? So this is, you're hearing one of the top dogs with Showtime in charge of the sports program, and he's saying, I don't know who you talked to. You could have talked to someone that may be reputable in terms of, their past work, but they're not well informed and they're not accurate as far as their number. And he says, Steve, no disrespect, I know you're a boxing guy, but how come Showtime doesn't tweet out the actual numbers then? Espinoza said, same reason other networks don't share all their business info. Streamers almost never share their viewership numbers, and promoters rarely share full fighters' pay. Not all business results are meant for public disclosure, particularly when it relates to an individual's pay. Now, again, weird times. Weird times. And other people were recycling this and saying, oh, Tank, he flopped. He did less than 100,000, right? And another page says, you're really quoting this guy's quote numbers whose burner account to one of the most racist, vile accounts on Twitter boxing like it's legit. Do better. So other people are like reporting and taking this as law, these numbers from some random person, right? I don't even know who dude is, right? He got 2,000 followers and he's from Boston, Mass. He's from Mass, right? 2,000 followers. I'd never heard of him at all, but according to this page, it says that he's in charge of this Haymanites page, which is I guess a racist, vile page. And it says, LOL, it says, low IQ fanboys with fragile egos respond to direct questions with conflations and blah, blah, blah. And this is the same dude. Look, see right there? And I just went to his page. Look, boom. You see right there? So imagine that. Some guy that I guess is in charge of this racist boxing Twitter page, and he's quoting his numbers, and instead of just reporting the numbers were low, like, oh, it did 100,000, he's laughing at it and saying, oh, I bet Coppinger will inflate the numbers, ha ha ha. So it's just, it's sad in the world of boxing, because not even just boxing, but just on the internet in general. On the internet, you have people who post anything on the gram or Snapchat or TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and people don't even check for your credentials. They don't check your background, and people will retweet and take it as gospel. It's crazy. But even crazier, you got Showtime Steven Espinoza refuting that and saying the number that you're saying he did almost that in digital buys alone. Me personally, since I do the Boxing Ego watch parties, I bought Davis versus Cruz, and I bought it digitally as well. So I bought it, and since that's like more of a proprietary thing, like Showtime doesn't have to go to the satellite and to cable to in-house put it on Showtime anytime or whatnot, right? So I don't even understand how fans would even claim to have those type of numbers, since it's all proprietary and in-house when you're not dealing with satellite and cable. And we are in an era where people such as myself that are tech savvy and a gearhead use and utilize the streaming aspect. I don't even have a TV. I don't know, some people don't know that. I don't have a regular TV at the moment. You know, I might get one when I want, but I don't watch regular TV. I got multiple screens and stuff like that, and iPads and all types of gear, but I don't have a standard TV. So at the point, I don't even have a point where I would even order a fight on a TV until I get one, right? So I would get it digitally. It's that simple. So how would anyone outside of Showtime or somebody really close to the situation, how would they even have the digital numbers? And Espinoza is saying the numbers digitally did that alone, not including what he sold on, cable, satellite. You also have to factor in things like Roku's and, whatever else, PlayStation 5s, blah, blah, blah. So you can see the hate for Tank, and it's growing. And ironically enough, I did a stream in the daytime before the Lomachenko fight, and it says, the hate for Tank won't stop, something like that, Tank hate. And later on that telecast, ESPN spent so much of their telecast and broadcast, instead of promoting Lomachenko, who they say is a star, they were hating on Tank and saying Tank needs to step it up. And it's like, why are people so concerned with Tank? They're concerned with his numbers. They're concerned with who he's dating. They're concerned with his pay-per-view buy rate. And it's weird. It's like broke behavior. People talk about the numbers and laughing. I got videos in my phone right now of Tank after fights with a like fur or fake fur or whatever he was wearing, mink. You know, I don't want to offend Peter. And he's minked out and he's hopping in the Lambo and take it off. You know, I'm in the hallway of Tank fights and Free Casanova. Casanova's there. Floyd Mayweather's there in the hallway. Lil Kim, Lil Baby. We all are in Atlanta and stuff like that. Got to interview Shaquille O'Neal briefly. And you got all these dudes hating, and it's not stopping the wave. It's only making Tank hotter. And again, I don't understand the pocket watching, and people have all these numbers that the fight allegedly did, and they're so concerned with numbers. Be concerned with your life. Most of these dudes in boxing have regular jobs. You know what I'm saying? There's only a handful of us who can comfortably, like, and I'm talking about what I'm talking about comfortable, it means something different. Comfortably do this full time, and they don't have no other hustles or like I don't do anything. All I do is boxing. I wake up, do boxing, that's it. I don't drive for DoorDash or drive Uber or pick up side jobs. I don't have to do none of that. I get all my shekels in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And there's not too many of us like that, where all their money, they're on government assistance or whatever their situation, working regular jobs and stuff like that. And the dudes hating on Tank and making up numbers and falsifying stuff. And Mayweather says something pretty interesting to me. He says a lot of people are hating on Tank and they don't want to give it props because they look at it as a gateway to get to me. And I've said that. You know, he says they think they're almost in essence beating me if they could beat one of my main fighters and proteges. And I see that same energy. So y'all got to do better, man. Y'all got to do 2,000 views or whatever, 2,000 subs. Like, how embarrassing is it for you to post something and you're boxing media or whatever, somebody who wants to do boxing media, and you got the Showtime exec in your comments refuting the numbers you just put out to your fan base? Like, when do you see that happen to me? Where I post something on Twitter and I say, hey, you know, Keith Thurman versus Mario Barrios. Like when I said that before it was actually announced, I said Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios. You don't see the people like the big wigs and stuff in my comment section saying, you a damn lie, Ego. We ain't thinking about that fight. You lying. Look at Leonard Ellerby. Leonard Ellerby seen the tweet and he's put crying emoji. Bullshit. Y'all just make ish up. I mean, how embarrassing is this? How can you say this dude said he talked to a reputable person, right? Talk to a reputable person, but then you don't even look reputable because both Leonard Ellerby and Steven Espinoza says you dead wrong, like Biggie Smalls said. I mean, it's just we're in weird times in boxing, and people just take this and run with it, right? They take it and run with it. And I want to know why you got a bunch of people who so like concerned. First they say Tank ain't lit, and then you got fans begging for the numbers to come out. How's your life change? If Tank did 1 or 1 million, how's your life change from it? It's weird stuff. Let me know how I did in this video on my. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.